All right, thank you everyone for coming back, and we're going to continue. As I told you just now, we're going to start preparing some chart. Now, this chart is not the pivot chart. It's just a normal chart. Normal chart where you already have the report. You want to convert it into a chart. So let me just quickly ask you guys, if I want to convert this information, this report, to a chart, what will you do? Do you highlight? What do you highlight? Can you be specific what you want me to highlight?
C1.
C1?
I14.
I14, huh? Let me say lah, all. Select all lah, kan? Then what do you do? Insert. There you go to chart, kan? Chart. So let's explore column chart first, huh? Let's explore the column chart. So the one that we're going to explore is called clustered column chart. Now, what do you think of the chart? What do you think of this chart? You asked me to select from C1 to I14, kan? So that's the chart. What do you think? What do you think of the chart? And then you ask me to select. Right. So when you include the total is actually inclusive of the value already, right? Then you put the total. That's why you see that there will be some column very tall, some column very short. Now, this last column here, if you read carefully, you have January until December, right? Tiba-tiba ada total. This total come from where? Which total is it? The column H or the row 14? Row 14, because January, February, March, tiba-tiba ada total, kan? So do you want to include that total? No. So how to remove it? Now you can actually go to this blue color box here. You see this is the blue color box, and you see this little dot here?
Yeah.
Just push it one step above. Then it will exclude the total already. Okay, so everything that you see here, the red, the purple, and the blue, they are all adjustable. Now, take a look. How many items do you have here? 6. How many columns do you see here? How come? What is missing? The share is missing, right? Why is the share missing? The legend got, tapi the column missing. The column missing because of, now some of you mentioned, because it's in percentage. Even though you say it's 100%, it's equivalent to what? 100% is equivalent to what? 1. And all the other numbers are in thousands, So one very big and then one very tiny one. Moreover, all the number you see is 7%, 9%, the highest also 11%. Right? So that's why the column cannot be seen at all now. Sebenarnya ada. YouTuber lihat betul-betul. Ada tak? Tak nampak lah. I zoom in like that also cannot see. So there's no reason for them to be included lah, right? So how? Put to the left. So now you don't have the. Tengok dia tak ada share lah. Now do you want the total?
No.
No. So push to the left again lah. So whatever you highlighted, yang you tak nak, you boleh gerak-gerakkan dia. Okay, now, I don't know who is your boss, but suddenly your boss say, hey, just show me 6 months only, January to June. Tolak lah, naik atas. Until June only lah. Then your chart now is from January to June. After that, he changed his mind. He said, 3 months only. Okay lah, 3 months bagi dia lah. After you give January, February, March, dia kata, no, no, no. You should show me June, July, August. So how? You go to the border, this border here, the blue color border. Then you point at it, you drag it down. Dia nak June, July, August kan? June, July, August. You can move them anywhere. So isn't it very flexible to prepare the chart? Yeah, so just go around and just play with the number. Now, do me a favor, put everything back. Letak semula, everything. So what you tell me just now is very good. You tell me to select all. Betul tak? You suruh saya pilih semua. Did you do that? You asked me to C1 to I14 kan? Now, don't worry about how they look like now. For the chart, I need you to pay attention to the left-hand side here. If you use something called pivot chart, the third icon is missing. Remember just now we used the pivot chart? They only got two, right? The plus and the brush. But because this data is not a pivot table, this data is just a normal Excel range. So you can click on this to filter. This is called chart filter. So you click, then you can decide what you want, what you don't want. Uncheck sahaja tau. I don't want the total, I don't want to share. Go down, I don't want the December, the total down here. Just click apply. Siap lah. Kan senang? Now, just now, the boss says June, July, August. But what suddenly he asks you to do this? Can you show me February, June, and October? Here can or not?
Can.
Just now boleh tak?
No.
No. This one you got an advantage. The advantage is you can decide what you want to show, what you don't want to show. So use this filter instead. Jangan pergi gerak-gerakkan warna biru punya border tu. Okay. So if the boss suddenly say, "Hey, don't show the furniture lah," okay lah, untick the furniture. Okay. So whatever that you don't want to display, just untick saja. So it's good, right? That you select everything. Then you don't miss out, lah. You don't miss out. Whatever you don't want, you just untick. Whatever you want to add on, you just put in. Okay. Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay, now, in this topic, we're going to learn three things. Number one, how to manipulate your data. You already manipulated the data just now, right? Make it smaller, bigger. Now you use a filter. Okay. The second thing you're going to learn is how do you add the chart element. When I say chart element, that means I'm talking about the grid line, the axis, the data bar, the data table, the legend. All those are called additional chart elements. Kalau tak ada, tambah. Kalau tak nak, buang. Elements. The third thing you're going to learn is the formatting. How do you format? So the last one, the formatting is very important because they are the one that's going to make your chart look good. Okay, kalau tidak, biasa sajalah macam ni. But if you want the chart to look really nice, you have to put some effort lah. Format it. Betul? Now guys, listen. Not every day is Sunday, kan?
Yes.
That's why they got 7 days in a week, right? Now, listen. Not so lucky. We are not so lucky that somebody prepared the report for us already. This one report sudah siap kan? You tukar jadi chart sahaja. Now, if let's say you have your data in one worksheet like this to supply furniture and plants, the information is coming from all over. One worksheet, another worksheet, another worksheet, another worksheet. And then suddenly you will ask, can you create a chart to compare these four? You pun mata terbeliak. How? Because they are coming from 4 different worksheets, right? Like I told you, you are not so lucky because nobody prepared this for you. So now, how are you going to prepare this tools, this data, supply, furniture, and plants, and convert it into a chart like this. Okay, so let's go to column chart 2. This column chart 2 is empty kan? Tak ada apa-apa. So mari kita mula buat chart. So we just go to insert. We use the same column chart. What do you think of our chart? Nothing to see lah. Right? It's a chart, but it's empty. There's nothing inside. So how can we tell Excel to put the data in here? You're going to use the skill that you are very, very good at by now. You didn't know copy and paste can be so handy. Let's do this. You see, I have a chart, right? But it's empty. So I will start to collect my data. Now, my example, I'm using 4 different worksheets, right?
Yes.
It can be 4 different files. You just have to make sure all the files are open, that's all. Now, go to the tools. Go to these tools. You highlight the data without the total. Don't include the total. You will highlight the title tools all the way to December 30,000. So what do you think I will ask you to do? Copy. Yes, copy. Go back to the column chart 2. Make sure your chart is selected. Make sure you have the 9 white color circle. Then you Control V. Don't right click. Control V to paste. Siap. Siap. So if I have 4 different files, I just go and look for the file, highlight what I want, come here, paste. Highlight, copy, paste sahaja. So even though we are not so lucky, but it's not that complicated anyway, right? Because you already have that particular skill. Copy and paste. Do you like it? Right? Very simple copy and paste only. Now you cannot use right click. Right click, bila you right click tak dapat paste punya sebab paste is not in the list. You have to use the keyboard shortcut copy and paste, Control C, Control V. Because when you right click in the chart, dia tak ada paste. Okay? So right click won't work. Okay, listen. If we prepare the chart this way, okay, if we prepare the chart this way, you will notice your chart very basic. Title pun tak ada. Kan? Title tak ada. Legend pun tak ada. Jadi macam mana nak tambah? Kita pergi ke this plus. You click the plus symbol, you can have an option. What do you want to add? What is it that I say is missing? The title. So you go to your chart title. You nak letak chart title tu kat mana? You klik anak panah ni. You ada pilihan nak above ke, nak overlay ke. Itu saja. Nak above lah. Now kita nak buat legend. So pergi legend, go to the triangle. Where do you want to put? Left, top, right, bottom? Nak letak legend ke mana? I leave it to you lah. Bottom ke, left ke, right ke, you pilih. So let's just say I want to put it at the top. So dia pun di bawah chart title lah. Now you perasan tak? Semasa kamu tambah, your chart area will shrink and adjust so that it will fit the data. Now, you tak perlu buat dia kecil sikit supaya ada legend. No need to do that yourself. Understand, so far? Now, because we use the copy and paste and the data is coming from so many different places, then we will not be able to see the number lah, kan? Compared to this one, we can still see the number. What about this chart? Can we see the number? The answer is yes. You just have to go to the chart element and tell them you want the data table. Data table, you nak legend ke tak nak legend? Can you see the data label? Not label, data table. It comes with whether you want with legend or without legend. So we're going to put the one with legend. So there you go. The table is done for you down here. You don't have to copy and paste yourself lah to see the table. Senang saja. Now, since the table already got legend, do you want to have another legend on top?
No.
Kalau you kiasu, letak lah. If you don't want, then you untick lah. Do you guys understand so far?
Yes.
So that's how easy for you to manipulate the data, and then you make the chart completed very fast. Correct? Now, how to make the chart looks nice? Format. But I also don't want you to spend so much time on formatting lah. Let's not do that lah. So you go to what? The brush, right? There are some ready-made setting for you. So you just click the brush. Now they got styles and color, right? So you can choose the color you want first. Go to the color. Which color set do you want? You can choose the color set that you want. Okay. So let's just say I like this color, assuming I like this color. I click. Then I go to the style. I pilih saja lah. I like this one, black color punya. Siap. So how long do I take to come up to this stage?
10 minutes.
Ada ke 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
That is very, very fast. So don't spend your time color lah, highlight color lah. Here, tak payah. Okay? Just choose from the list will do. So you can change the title. Tukar tajuk loh. Apakah tajuk yang kamu nak, you letak. So there's no more such thing called I'll give you the chart tomorrow lah. Because even if the data is all over the place in this email kan, dalam email. So what you do is download the Excel punya email tu, ada Excel punya data. So you download dalam satu folder. You open up all of them, copy paste. Siap. It's just a few minutes kind of thing. Then just change the element. Put in the element, then perform the formatting. If there's anything that you don't like here, let's just say you don't like purple color. Somehow you really hate purple color one. Then what do? Select the purple color. When you click, it's all purple, right? Selected. You can go to the format. Pergi the format ni. What do? Shape fill. Just change the color saja lah. Tukar je lah. You nak warna apa? Kalau tak nak purple, nak pink ah. Okay, go to what? More fill. You choose the pink color.
Like pink.
Black pink in your area. Kalau you nak gradient, you gradient. So there's no reason for you to spend so much time on the coloring lah. Especially at the end of the day, you print black and white.
Yeah.
Okay. What for kan? Cari warna-warna cantik-cantik, but then print black and white. Kecuali you print color lah, then you choose nice color and you print. Are we clear so far?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now let's go and do our pie chart. For pie chart, they cannot access multiple data. They can only have one set of data. Okay, so that's why you see my data here only have one set of data, right? You know all this 55,000 to all this number here again. What numbers is all this? These are all Adib salary now. Adib punya salary, monthly salary. Okay, I haven't finished. Adib salary. Listen, this is all Adib salary in USD tau, bukan ringgit.
Rupiah lah.
Bukan rupiah, USD. So let's find out his salary. Let's see the distribution of his salary. We use the pie chart to see the distribution. Okay. So you notice these are all amount kan? But when we want to show it in chart, we would like to see it in percentage. Selalunya kita nak tahu kawasan ni berapa persen kan? That's normally in pie chart. So let's do something about it. Let's go to insert. We use the pie chart. We try something. What do you call this? Just a 2D lah. Kita buat 2D dulu nak tukar 3D kemudian lah. Do you have this? Now, do you realize that the distribution of all the section is very, very uniform? Semua boleh nampak. Why? Because it's all 5 figure mah. All quite close, right? 5 figure. So this is how they look like. But then the presentation is not something that we can understand straight away. See, got purple also got 2 color. The blue got something very close by the orange. So it's very hard. Very hard for us to understand. So without the label, it's impossible for us to understand. You understand? So let me show you how to format this one first. So let's go to the chart element. We're going to remove the chart title. We're going to remove the legend. We don't need the title. We don't need the legend. But what we need is only the label. So, but the label, we say we want to put the label outside N. Data label outside N. You notice that they distribute the what correct the label outside the chart, not inside but outside. Okay, so I told you that we don't want to see not the one lah. They will be giving you the label which is only the amount, just exactly like what in your table here, kan? So if you want to make changes to this label, you can double click it. You will open up format data label. Okay, now you lihat apakah yang kamu boleh ubah di sini? Percentage. Okay, so let's click the percentage. Dia pun keluarlah percentage di tepinya. Now, disebabkan kan kita sudah ada table kat sini kan? So we don't want the value lah. Okay, sekarang kita sudah tahu percentage, tapi kita tak tahu dia bulan apa. So we just click the category name lah. Boleh kan? Now, when we want to be more accurate when it comes to this kind of reporting, the percentage should not be just 1 digit. For percentage, they should give us 2 decimal place. 2 decimal place. Or 1 if you want. So let's go to the, now kita tutup ni, kita go to the number, the label option you boleh tutup. Tutup, then you go to this number, you tukarkan dia menjadi percentage. Now you have the percentage. Isn't it a lot more accurate compared to just now? Yeah, more detail lah. Now di sini ada dua button kan, ada label option dan number. So you can open and close them, expand or collapse. So what do you think of the presentation now? Nice kan? Sekarang it's very clear which month how many percent. So if you want to know the value, we go look at the table because we already know which month. Now, if you don't want to see the table, that means in your label option, you should include what? Value. You should include the value. So let's say we want to include the value lah. Are you ready? Have you included the value? Now, you nampak tak? Dia punya presentation tak bagus lah kan?
Yeah.
You notice this, you have the month, you have the number, you have the percentage. They are separated by what? Comma. So you notice down here says separator. Dia guna comma mah. You tukar ke new line. New line Dia bertindih atas satu sama lain. So what do you think now? That means this chart kita tak perlu tunjuk nilai dia. Tutup lah. So if you are using any special software like Power BI, SPSS or data analytic, IBM analytic, Java analytic dan sebagainya, the visualization don't come with table. So this one without table. But you need to have as many or say as much information as possible so that people understand. Boleh faham? Now, to make it even more outstanding, this month is which month? August kan?
Yeah.
So I will double click my pie, right? Double click my pie. I will see this, right? Format data series ni. Betul? Now, look at this information. Apa dia? So I want you to put your mouse pointer right at the end of this line, and then click it. At the same time, you say, big money, big money. Roda impian. Now, saya nak letak August ini di sebelah atas kanan. You know what I mean? Because we are presenting it, right? We want to emphasize on certain portion, which is August. So now, after I have done that, I can click on the brown color. Then I click again. Make sure only August is selected. Then you drag it out. Now, this is our emphasis for August. Rotate, rotate. So how you present your chart and make other people understand what you are trying to present for that particular month, do that. So Adib's salary is 60,000 USD this month. So make friend with Adib. Now, not only Adib, all of you one day will earn this amount, this amount, right? So with God's willing, you will. Now, after that, buatlah apa yang kamu nak tentang formatting tu. Tak payahlah. Now, mari kita pergi ke chart yang terakhir ni. Apa ni? Apa dia tu pi of pi tu? Okay. Now, remember, not every day we are so lucky. All the number 5 digit kan? So the distribution is very even. You may have a situation where some months are really big, some months are very bad. Now, this is my salary in ringgit Malaysia. Some months, wah, cantik. Some months, you feel like crying. Not enough to pay the loan. Kan? 1,000 lebih saja tengok November. Ini nak guna untuk apa pun tak tahu. Kan? 1,000 plus. You pay your car installment pun tak cukup. So, but there are certain months are very good. That means you will have savings. So now, if I take this information, I convert it into the chart that I built just now. I want to do something similar to that one. So what do I do? Insert pie kan? What do you think of this pie? There are certain section of this pie, it is almost invisible. Okay, now let's take a look at my screen. If I point here, this is for the month.
December,
How about the purple?
October.
Hey, where's my November? Where? Tu dalam. It's inside here. You cannot see because the value is just too small, right? So is this a very good presentation of your chart?
No.
So if you insist on presenting this using pie chart, then you cannot use pie chart anymore. You have to use pie of pie. So let's understand what is pie of pie. So let's right click the pie, go to change series chart type. You see the change series chart type? Yes. Now you go and change it to pie and then choose the third one. Go to the left hand side pie, then you choose the third one, which is the pie of pie. You akan nampak ada dua plot. Do you see the two plot of pie?
Yes.
Okay, let's click OK. Now, what's happening here is you are going to separate your value. You nak pecahkan nilai di sini kepada dua. So, you're going to put some data in the first plot, some data in the second plot. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Anything that is less than 10K, 10,000, anything less than 10,000, I nak letak dalam plot yang kecil. Anything more than 10,000, plot yang besar. Now, isn't it what you always do when you go dinner with a lot of your friends, where they bring a lot of kids? You will tell, budak-budak duduk meja sebelah. All the adult sit one side. Right? Then one of the eldest daughter or son will sit there together with them, jaga them. Correct? Young one sit here. All the adults sit one side. So you see you have two dinner table here. Right? Now, let's do some setting here. You just double click anywhere in your chart. Double click it. So what is happening at the moment is the series is split by position now. Split by position. They say that value of the Sengate plot is the 4. What is 4? The 4 value at the back. Dia akan ambil 4 nilai ni letak dalam plot kedua. But that's not what I want, right?
Yeah.
Ini tak betul. Masih lagi tak sesuai. Betul? So I will change the position to value. Value, dia tanya. So those value less than how much? 10,000. Pula 10,000. After you change it to 10,000, you press enter. Now every section become visible already. Tak ada section yang hilang. Now, dia nampak besar kan? Tapi dia bukan terbesar. Sebab dia adalah semua section yang kurang daripada berapa? 10,000. The one on the right, on the left, more than 10,000. Now, we still don't know. This is not a very good presentation at the moment. So, what are you going to add in? Now, I'm going to close this one first. Kita akan buat semula formatting yang kita lakukan tadi lah. So, what are you going to do? You take away the chart title, you take away the legend, your data label, you letak apa? Outside in. Betul? Outside in. So, for your label, kita double click our label, you nak letak apa? You nak letak category name, you nak letak percentage. Betul? Then you make sure you go to the number, you change the percentage to, so the formatting to percentage. That's it lah. Right? Tapi dia bertindih tau. So maybe for this round, we don't want the value. We just want the percentage and the month, and we want it to be new line. So do you think it's clear now? Ya, ini jangan rotate lah, tak payah rotate. I don't think you can rotate also. They don't have, they can make the size bigger or smaller only, but you cannot make it rotate. So this one cannot rotate. So is this a better presentation compared to just now? And right, every section is clearly presented now. So when your data is like this, some months are good, some months are not good. That is the reality in business lah. Can I say that? The reality in business is sometimes they are good, sometimes they are not good. Tak mungkin January sampai December your business is so good one. I think if you are that good, everybody also want to join you, right? When everybody join you, competition is very high. So it will still somehow become good and bad already. Right? What business is always good one? Toto. No comment. Tak makan tak apa, mesti pergi Toto. Now, if you need more advice on preparing some special chart, right? You can contact me lah. In fact, we also have courses just to build charts only. 2 hari tau kita tengok chart dari mula sampai akhir. Okay, so even the trainer will feel boring. I feel like quite boring teaching the class because it's just chart. We are not even analyzing, we're just looking at the chart. I will just keep on giving you the data and you keep converting it to a chart. Okay, so if your work solely on just preparing charts, yeah, that course is very good for you. So let's save the file. Bless you. Okay, save the file and close it. So we are down to our last file number 10. We are down to our last file already. Are you ready with the file?
Yes.
So this file that we are going to work on is called the feature what if analysis. It's another data analysis tool that you use. Now, many users out there, ramai lah, I think about, let's just say we say 10 people, only one person may have used it before. Sometimes 0. Okay, so let me just do a quick survey. How many of you has used what if analysis before? Pernah guna tak what if analysis ni? Now, kalau I tanya macam ni, mungkin not fair to you because I didn't show you what is it yet, right? Now, can you go to the data ribbon? Data ribbon, bless you again. Data ribbon, you go to this thing called. How many of you have used this before?
No.
Do you know they exist?
No.
Wow. That means you don't know they even exist. Sometimes you look at it also, you didn't bother to find out what is it. Okay. Okay, so let me explain what is it all about first. I'm going to use the loan calculator as a concept. Just a concept to explain to you how we use this what if analysis. So before you can even use the what if analysis, you need to have a set of calculation. Right? So let's just say all of you are bankers. You are taking a loan of 50,000. You got a customer take a loan of 50,000. Then the interest rate is 3.5% per annum. Okay, now you nak bayar balik dalam masa 4 tahun. 4 tahun maksudnya berapa bulan? 48 lah kan? So now, how do you calculate how much is you need to pay every month? We have to take the 50,000 times 3.5% time, divide times 4 years kan? Now, kalau you ambil 50,000 times 3.5 times 4, lepas tu you divide by 48, itu you ambil interest, you bahagi kepada 48. Correct tak? You take 50,000 times 3.5 times 4, you only get the interest. You must plus the 50,000 first. Then only you divide by 48. Okay? So, ini adalah formula dia. Dia sangat complicated lah. Okay? Now, what I'm using here is also a very complicated formula. It's done on purpose. The function is called PMT. PMT, Okay, so the function, let me just put up here, equals to formula text of this cell. So the function is called PMT. PMT stands for payment. Now, before we use the what if analysis, I need to explain to you what's going on first, right? So the PMT function, the first parameter they want from you is, what is the rate? Apakah you punya kadar bunga dia? The interest rate. So I take C4, I divide by 12. Why I divide by 12? Per month. So we are doing monthly installment kan? Now, installment selalunya per month. It's usually not per year. Only insurance you can opt to pay per year. That one you have to pay one lump sum punya lah. Dan ini bukan insurance. Ini adalah loan. So loan usually if you go to the bank, they will ask you to pay per month. Is there any bank you know ask you to pay per quarter? Ada tak? Loan yang kamu ambil tu, you boleh bayar per quarter. Ada tak? No, they don't, right? Only Along lah. Or personal loan lah. Kita boleh pinjam dari siapa? Adib. Kan gaji besar. Okay. Betul, dia gaji besar kan? Dia akan kami personal loan. Then you can tell Adib, boleh tak bayar 3 bulan sekali? Then he say can. So for that, if you are paying quarterly, right? You cannot divide by 12. You divide by 4. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? If you are paying half yearly, divide by 2. Okay. So understand? So this C4 is actually 3.5%. You divide by 12 because you are doing monthly installment. So that's the first parameter. The second parameter is your loan period. How many installment are you paying? So I take the C5, which is 4 years, I multiply by 12. So it's 48 lah. Nah sebenarnya I boleh terus rujuk kepada C6. Betul tak? Tapi I type semula lah, C5 times 12. Then the third parameter here says, how much are you still owing? Berapa kamu masih lagi hutang? Your present value, PV, they call it. Present value. So here I refer to C3. So C3 is the amount that I'm still owing. So this loan amount can be something like your product price minus the deposit or the first down payment, not deposit, down payment. Your product price, down payment, then this is the amount that you loan. Now, unless you are taking 100% loan, then this is correct lah. Do you all take 100% loan in your purchases? Katakan kereta, can you get 100% loan? Oh, if you are unlucky, you have to deliver the down payment lah. For house, some developer do provide, right? Sebenarnya tipu tau. Dia sudah masuk dalam harga. Correct lah. They already put inside the price. So if you pay down payment, your price is lower one. But because you say 100% kan, then it become a little bit higher one. Right. Never mind. Forget about them. This is how you calculate lah. Okay. Now, berapa saya kena bayar? 1,117.80 cents. So, my dear banker, please help me. You are all my banker now. You calculate and you tell me, Kelvin, you have to pay 1,117.80 cents. So I ask you lah, I cannot afford lah. This is too much. Okay, I can only pay 700 a month. No? I can only afford 700 a month. So you are my banker. What will you suggest to me?
Put more down payment.
Yes, how much?
I dah tak ada duit. You suruh saya masuk down payment lebih.
8 tahun.
Huh?
Extend more longer.
Extend apa?
Year.
Yeah.
The years longer.
Okay, so my dear banker, you say extend the loan amount, loan apa? Loan period kan? Berapa lama saya kena bayar? Saya nak bayar 700 ngam-ngam. Exactly 700. No less, no more. 700 ni.
Over the loan amount.
Okay. Can you give me one solution first? You say extend the loan period kan? How much longer do I need to pay if it's not 4 years? I want to pay 700 exactly.
7 years. 7 years. 7 years.
I want to pay 700 exactly.
Jangan usang lah dari berapa.
Now, client mah kan, you kena service dia kan. Dia nak 700, you bagi dia 699, dia tak nak.
They get a cheaper house.
Loan amount. Less the loan amount.
Long month.
No, my question is how much longer I have to pay. Now, this is where the what if analysis come in. Kalau you nak cuba-cuba 5 6 almost there, right? 7
6.6.
yeah, 6.6. Berapa lama you nak cuba?
6.68.
Let's say we don't want that lah. We want to be efficient mah kan. Kerja kita kan efficient kan. So, you click on the cell C9 ini, klik kat sini. You pergi ke what if analysis, data what if analysis. You akan guna apa ni? Goal 6. We have a goal to achieve. What is that?
700.
How do we go to the 700? Changing the loan period kan? Okay, let's do that. Let's click the goal seek. So, you baca apa yang dia letak di dalam box ni kan? Dia kata set the cell C9 to value. Yang ini value apa? 100. By changing cell?
C9.
C5. So, bila you click OK, dapatlah jawapan. I'm paying exactly, no? I say exactly. You give me exactly lah. So, you have to pay 6.68. Now, for your calculation, engineering calculation or whatever you calculate lah, then you need exact measurement kan? Correct tak? When you calculate, now not talking about loan now, talking about whatever you calculate. You want to achieve the optimum result by changing one of the value. You must know what is the exact measurement kan. Baru you boleh dapat the optimum result. So this is how we use the goal seek to help us achieve the optimum value that we want by modifying one of the cell. Tapi kita tak mau cuba-cuba sendirilah. That's why we use the goal seek to help us. Boleh? Now, this goal seek will only works when you have a formula. Kalau tak ada formula, it won't work. Okay. Now, Alif.
Yes.
You keep on suggesting to me reduce loan amount. Tadi kan? So, okay lah, I pay in 4 years. So, the next suggestion Alif will tell me is reduce your loan amount lah. So, Alif, how much can you offer if I pay 700 for 4 years? How much loan can you offer? Now, the rest help him lah.
7.
So, you go back to goal seek kan? 700. This time you're changing cell is what?
C3.
C3. So when you hit OK, how much can you offer for 700? 31,000? 311.50 cent. Tadi year, senang sikit. Yang ini you nak cuba sampai bila? Right. So use this reverse calculation method to find your optimum result. Okay, and don't waste your client's time waiting for you to calculate. Calculator. You know that sound is calculator or phone. You tekan phone. What are you doing in your phone here? Calculator. Don't do that. You guys understand what are we doing now? This is what we call what if analysis. Now, what happened now is if I'm your client, I say, hey, can you tell me if I take 110,000 for 9 years, how much do I have to pay? If you are calculating for me, can you also calculate 70,000 for 2 years and then 140,000 for 11 years? Oh, banyaknya dia suruh you buat kan? So what do? You print out this table. Main berjauh-jauh. Suruh dia compare sendirilah. Correct tak? So for those of you from Digital Malaysia, you want to come up with packages. What is the best price? They want to do this one. So what is the best price you can offer them? Suruh dia pilih sendiri. I want to take a package that is, let's say, for 9 months. Then what kind of speed? Then how much do you have to pay? Kan? Mungkin you ada banyak broadband punya speed, you ada banyak package for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, or 1.5 year or 2 years dan sebagainya. So if they take longer, then the price drop lah. They take shorter, the price increase lah. Those kind of thing. Now, what are we going to do in this exercise here is we want to know how much is their installment depending on how many years and how much is the loan amount. So if it's 110,000 for 7 years, that means we have to find out like this, kan? So the answer is here, right? You guys understand?
Yes.
So we're going to build this table together. Now, what is it that we want to see in this gray color area here that I highlighted? The installment. Let me ask you, do we have a formula that calculates the installment?
Yes.
Where is it? C? C what? C9 kan? So can you go to the corner of this table? This corner, you just put there equals to You go, you use your mouse, point to C9. You suruh dia guna formula dalam C9. Now, kalau you rajin, you boleh type formula PMT tu semula lah. Kalau lah you rajin kan. Kalau tak mau, equal sahajalah. Okay. Now, nothing happened yet, right? You are actually trying to tell them, use whatever the number of years in this table, replace each and every one of them in the year. Replace. Okay, sorry about my drawing. Kita ambil satu-satu ni, kita ganti dalam mana? C5. Yang ini? C3. All this loan amount, we go to C3. Satu per satu. Okay, now. So you highlight this whole table. Sorry. You highlight this whole table. Everything lah. Okay. Wait lah. Kita highlight macam ini sampai hujung. So you got 12 years and 150,000 kan? So what do? We go to what if analysis, data table. Kita tak guna GoSeek lagi. Kita guna data table because we want to build a table. So we want to answer this question. Row input cell and column input cell. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now let's look at my hand. Everybody. Is this column or row?
Column.
Is that?
Row.
Confirm? Okay, ini column ke row?
Row. Column.
Okay, so row input cell. Mana satu adalah row input cell?
Already 5.
The year kan?
Yes.
Year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tu. Tadi you kata nak gantikan kat mana?
C5.
C5. So you click C5. So your row input cell is the 30,000, 40,000 up to 150,000 kan? Setiap nilai ni you nak ganti dalam mana? C3. So click inside the column input cell, point at C3.
Okay.
Itu sahaja. Click OK lah.
OSB.
Apa yang 1,000?
1,000.
This one this one. You cannot delete because you need the formula to calculate mah. Bila you delete, dia kosong lah.
So this is the active.
This cell is the heart of this calculation. You nak calculate apa? Installment. So you put equal to the installment. Dia akan guna formula itu untuk kira-kira. Now everything is related, right? You tell the 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12 ini, you say all this number, you nak gantikan dalam C5. So they will put one by one lah. Lepas tu yang C 30,000 sampai 150,000 tu, dia ganti satu persatu untuk C3. So they will calculate the money installment and put the answer here lah. Right? So for 110,000, 9 years, how much do I have to pay? 1,189. Like I said lah, print, give them, ask them to decide and then come back. Okay. So sometimes you go to the bank, they also give you this, right? You decide lah how much you want to take, how long you want to take, you decide lah. That's the table, that's the schedule. You go to KWSP, you go to this SOXO, they also give you table. So how much do you want to pay per month? Then you will get the interest different and so on. Yeah, all this can be done for you. No problem. This is all the table. Ada sebarang pertanyaan? Tak ada. Understand how it goes?
Yes.
Now, listen. Don't misunderstand. What if analysis bukan untuk loan. Ini bukan hanya untuk loan. Okay, so what you need to do is you must use it for all the work that you have done. Example, I got something called here data table. I want to give you one more example before I let you go. Now, in this example, I have a business model. You guys okay?
Yeah.
Every business model must have income minus the costing. Then after that will be your margin. Okay, so I only know my business, my industry. So my industry is about training. So I want to charge each participant 1,800 for a 1 day training. 1 day, you come for 2 days, kan? Mine is 1 day training sahaja. I want to charge 1,008 per person. I wish, suatu hari nanti boleh lah. Now, how many people already registered? Two. So because of these 2 person, they registered and paid, I get 3,006 already. Good money, right? But because this is a public class, we have to rent venue lah, like hotel like that lah. Okay, so the hotel, let's just say, now all these are inflated price. The hotel says 1,005 and it's a 1 day training. So there's a formula inside here. You click and see, there's a formula. The formula is equal to the unit price. Okay, now everyone who come for this training, they enroll for this training, they get 1 night stay in the hotel, and then they will be given food, breakfast lah, lunch lah, dinner, and so on, everything. So 600 per pax per person. They no sharing room, everybody one room. Okay, now facilitator, right? So because the class is a huge class, then I need somebody to help me. So Suhaimi was my assistant. You know Suhaimi, kan? So the one who registered early morning. So he's my assistant. So he's getting 1,002 for that 1 day. Okay, now everyone who come for my training, they don't have to bring their laptop because I'm giving them the course material, a tablet. After the training, they can take the tablet home with them. Bagus, kan? That's why you pay 1,008. So how much is my total cost? Is it a very lucrative business? Why? You are running a loss. Jadi setakat 2 orang tak cukup makan lah. Okay? So now for this business model, I need to find out where is my break-even point. Apa maksudnya break-even point? Tak rugi, tak untung banyak. Okay? So how do we know how many? So are you going to start testing here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you going to test this? No. So we are going to use this data table again. Tapi kali ini data table saya cuma ada satu input sahaja, iaitu 1, 2, 3 sampai 15. There's only one set of data input. Is this column input or row input? Confused, huh? Have any? Column. All right. Now, because we are only using one variable, satu input sahaja, then we can have multiple formula di atas tu. Atas ni kan, kita boleh ada multiple formula. Tadi kita ada 2 variable, jadi satu formula sahaja kita letak kat tepi kan. Sekarang kita boleh letak di kolom ini, kolom ni, kolom ni. So this data is actually referring to this. This one, this one. And the last one here, refer to this. So I can have 3 formula lah. 3 formula. So if you click on it, dia rujuk ke sini. Click on it, dia rujuk ke sini. Okay? Everything is related to the formula. So now, let's see. Can you make a decision for me? How many participants should enroll so that I will break even? So let's highlight from the empty cell F3. Highlight all the formula at the top. Go all the way down. Don't highlight the word income, cost, and margin. Itu tajuk sahaja. You highlight the formula at the top. Go to what if analysis, data table. So tell me, Is there any row input?
Yeah.
Ada row input tak?
15.
Don't have kan?
Ada.
Row input ada ke?
Tak.
Tak ada. So kita pergi ke column input. Column input ada tak?
Tak.
You got 1 to
15.
kita kena gantikan 1 hingga 15 ni dalam sel apa? D4. Number of participant lah. So, bila you click OK, can you make a decision already?
Yes.
How many?
6.
Kita perlu sekurang-kurangnya 6 orang baru kita tak rugi. Okay, so if you are coming up with your business project, let's just say, Cita Sarawak, you are selling your broadband. How many user must buy this particular package? Then only you break even. You boleh kira. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Okay. So if you invest on some new machinery, how many unit this machine must produce the product so that you start making money? Order yang macam mana? Kalau you buat printing kan, you order the machine. In order for you to do the printing, you must make sure that there's a minimum order achieved. Kalau setakat nak print 5 keping sahaja, you start the machine only already 10,000. Macam mana, how much you want to sell if they only want to print 5 pieces? Cannot, right? So, tak berbaloi. You will not want to accept the job lah if it's only 5 pieces. So, they say, oh, I want to print 100,000 pieces. Then you break the cost, then you say, okay, we can still make money from that. You can set a minimum, or you must order a minimum of 50,000. Then we can print for you. Because the cost of the machine is expensive. Right? So all that kind of thing. So now do you notice that you can make the decision already? 6 people. But takkan we do the business nak break even sahaja kan? So if you are the boss of this company, can you tell me how many participants do you want?
15.
So that depends on what is the minimum income you want for that particular 1 day cost. So let's just say you say, I want to make minimum 2,000. So how many?
10.
10 people. So you tell all your salespeople, hey, guys, each of you must bring in a profit of at least 2,000. So there are 30 of you here. Each person bring 10 people. There's a lot of people in my class. Right? So 2,003 times 30 people, that's my profit. So your target, each and every one of you, will be 10 people only. So that's how the bosses give the target. Now, of course, out of 30 kan, tak semua orang akan capai punya. There are some can, some cannot. So at least got 1% pun you sudah untung 2,000 mah. Daripada 30 orang, mungkin 20 orang dapat more than 10. So you sudah untung banyak lah. Okay, so that's how you calculate your business in future if you were to start any business lah. Right. Now, if let's say I go to Alif, I'm selling you this training 1,008 Alif kata, bagus I want the training. So dia pun kata, okay, I'm going to send 15 people. Alif send 15 people tau. Do you think Alif will pay me 1,008 per person?
No.
Why straight away say no? Yeah. When we have the buying power, what do? We ask for what? Discount. So now, if your duty to find out how much more discount you can give to this Alif. You understand what I'm saying? Can you just reach your hand up, plug a number, okay lah, harga. Can you do that? Because if you just give the price like this now, you go back, you calculate, rugi. Then how are you going to solve the problem? You already commit to Alif, but then rugi. So make sure you know what decision to take before you give the price, right? So I have another table here. How many input are there? These are samples saja. How many input are there? We have different pricing. So this is row or column? Row input. And this is the training fee. I have 1 to 15. This is the number of participants. So what did I put in L3? Margin. So macam mana saya nak tahu berapa diskaun nak bagi? Apakah harga baru yang saya nak bagi kalau saya masih nak untung? Betul tak? So I will just highlight my L3 until all the price, until all the number of participants. I'm just repeating what we do just now for the loan just now. So now let's go what if analysis. Data, table. Now your row input, apa dia? D3. Your column input? D4. Saya rasa semua sudah faham lah macam mana nak guna ni kan? So click OK. So, how much discount are we going to give? Minimum 1.5.
Only if they
Kan Alif nak hantar 15 orang kan? So, berapa diskaun you akan bagi? Dia minta diskaun mah, you kena bagilah kan? So, Zul, you say how much? 1.5. So, when you go back to the office, your boss asks you, why you give 1.5? What is your answer? Okay, what? Masih lagi tak rugi kan? Then I ask you, Zul, siapa bayar you punya commission? 300, siapa untung? You notice or not? You are going down to the minimum kan? Yes, you did a right decision. You didn't lose money. But what about the other costs like your commission lah and so on? You sudah bagi 1,500. Mana nak ada untung lagi? Walaupun dia hantar 15 orang, kita cuma untung 300. Jadi selepas kelas nanti, okay, kita akan raikan tapi tak boleh dalam hotel. Kita pergi sebelah hotel. KFC pun tak mungkin. Tak lepas. Kita roti canai sajalah. Roti canai dengan teh tarik. Cheese naan. Itu pun kalau cheese naan tak lepas. Okay, so please don't make that kind of decision kan. So tell me, guys, if you are the business owner, how much will you give? 1.7. So Alif, you're not looking at this chart, 1.7, okay tak?
1.9.
I want 8, I offer. You ask for discount, you want 1.9.
1.7.
Discount apa tu?
1.7.
No, you are not looking at the table. Don't look at the table. You are the customer. So we are offering you 1,007. Is it okay for you?
No.
Now you are the customer, you buy kan? So are you going to just like, okay lah?
1.6. 1.6.
1.6. 1.5.
I want 3.
Dia untung terus. Rugi habis. Oh, dia customer.
Okay lah.
I don't care.
Katakanlah Alif say, okay lah,
1.6.
1.3 lah. I give you the PO now. Sign. 1.3.
Happy.
What are you going to do?
Number of participants.
Number of participant. Tapi dia punya company 15 orang je. Dia bawa isteri, anak, datuk, nenek semua datang. 15 people. So you notice this or not?
Kurang dan kos.
Dia rugi dan kamu tahu tak boleh kan. Tapi kalau macam tu, you are the sales people, what will you do? You gonna say no to Alif? Don't say no to Alif. Okay, you pick up your phone number, your phone, you call your boss. Cheyenne, I got one customer. His name is Alif. He's asking for 1,003 per pax. Can do or cannot do? So I asked Cheyenne to make a decision. Now, why I'm doing that? If Cheyenne say no, who say no? Not me, I tak kena marah lah. Betul tak? If I say no, the boss will ask you, why you say no? Now, you will not know, sometimes you do not know what your boss think. 1,003 boleh kah? Okay, you give me 2 minutes, I'll come back to you. Right. So dia pun pergi sini, dia kata, oh, ni Alif, dia tu sangat kedekut lah. So, hotel kita bagi 2 kali makan saja. Okay, tea break, lunch on your own. Okay, so 1,000 lah. Tempat tinggal tu, dia tak bagi bilik besar.
Sharing.
Dia bagi bilik yang tak ada tingkap. Katakan 400 lah.
Ada soundproof lagi.
Facilitator, we don't talk about gaji lah. Kita bayar saja. Yang tablet tu,
Dia dah bagi.
masih bagi. Tapi kita bagi yang kecil sikit.
200.
Kita pergi Bandung belilah. Right? So, maybe 500 lah. Kurang harga sikit lah. So, saya tanya semula, boleh tak kita terima tu? What do you think Cheyenne would tell me? So, you as a salesperson, you tengok you punya jadual, sekarang ini bukan jadual saya tau, jadual Cheyenne. Kata, okay lah. You takut tak? Kenapa? Rugi pun dia kata okay. Nanti dia ada commission kah? Nah, sebenarnya kita sudah pindah hotel lain kan?
Dari perang pisang.
So now you know how to make decision. So, different type of request, you can have different type of pricing.
No wonder lah.
Okay? Tahu sudah.
Escape. You have escape.
Okay. Yeah, actually, your situation is like this. Kita book lambat. No space. So I think they almost want to cancel it. Tak dapat cari tempat. This is the only place they can find. That has facility to house 30 people. Okay, yang lain-lain tak ada. So a lot of festival going around Sarawak this week and next week. So that's why I think here. Now I'm not explaining on their behalf, but I'm just tell you that this is the only available location that can be done. Otherwise, I don't think they will choose here. Right? Now, what do you think about our course today and yesterday and today? Good? Right, so we are going to end here. Now, there will be a certificate. So, Saimi, please do the honor.
Hi, dah puas belajar?